Andrews come out, and she's over at ESPN. And there's Alexa Philippou talking about the WNBA, WNBA-PA, discussing a moratorium proposal that would apply to an upcoming league business, including free agency qualifying offers and core designations, which were set to begin as early as Sunday. Breanna Stewart said that while a qualifying offers may be going out...
Hold on a second. Breanna Stewart, yes, the co-owner of a rival basketball league, is now telling WNBA players not to sign their contracts. Let that sink in. A player who literally owns a league competing with the WNBA is basically organizing a work stoppage. And somehow, the media is treating this like it's no big deal. Just this past Sunday, the WNBA sent out standard qualifying offers to free agents. Normal procedure, right? But almost immediately, the players' union stepped in, asking every player to refuse to sign anything. Leading that push, Breanna Stewart herself, who, by the way, is also a vice president of the players' union, all while running a rival professional league.
With the NBA, that just all sounds insane to me. When it comes out of my mouth, every time it comes out of my mouth, that you have players that are vice presidents of the players' union for one league owning a different professional basketball league. It's just baffling. But nonetheless, we found out yesterday, I did a video, the NBA and WNBA, very smart. Very smart. We said, they came out, they said, you know what? We're under a moratorium here. Let's start sending out qualifying offers to...
Here's the move the league just pulled, and you have to admit it's smart. They lifted the negotiation pause and started sending out qualifying offers under the old salary rules. That means max contracts top out at $250,000. Way less than what players could get under the new deal. And no, the league doesn't actually expect anyone to sign them. The real goal? Mind games. Every player now has to see that old number and compare it to the new CBA offer, where the same contract could be worth 6 times more. Imagine making $100,000 now, but your first-year paycheck under the new deal could be $500,000. That's 5 years of money on the table, and the union is telling players to turn it down. If you want to see how this battle unfolds, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss a single update.
Shots. You're bringing up social reform in a collective bargaining agreement. We're seeing your ridiculous inflatable rats and freaking a digital banner on the side of a truck. And it's starting to feel like low-budget AA baseball shit out there by the players' union. It's like, okay, come on. Stop this nonsense. And it feels personal, and it's like they want revenge.
It's wild to see how fast the public mood can change. Just 3 weeks ago, everyone was cheering for the players. The story was clear. Women athletes deserve fair pay. The league is finally making money, and it's only right they get their cut. That message was strong, and it worked for about 10 days. Then the drama kicked in. Inflatable rats appeared. A digital billboard started circling Manhattan. Social media posts from the union began feeling less like negotiation and more like personal attacks. Before long, casual fans started raising eyebrows. The main question? Why are the players acting like the owners have been robbing them when the league hasn't made a single profit in 28 years? And it's not a rumor. The NBA has been covering the WNBA's losses every year since 1996. Still, not one player or union leader has pointed this out publicly during the negotiations.
None of them. And it's common knowledge. It's common. I mean, there's sports fans that don't give a rip about the WNBA that knows it's never made a profit. Why? Because it's been a running joke forever. And then, of course, it also got a lot of publicity when Brittany Griner got locked up in Russia. Yeah, that was a thing. But nonetheless...
Here's the part nobody seems to be talking about. Everyone already knows the WNBA has never made a profit. Sports fans who don't even watch women's basketball know that. It's been a running joke in the media for decades. The league only grabbed serious mainstream attention when Brittany Griner got detained in Russia back in February 2022. Even then, Half the coverage was about why she was playing overseas. The simple truth? WNBA salaries weren't enough to live on. But now, that's all changing. The owners have put a deal on the table that would raise maximum salaries from $250,000 to $1.2 million by the end of the contract. That's a 600% increase for top players. And for mid-tier players? We're talking 8 to 9 times their current pay. This isn't just a small bump, it's life-changing money.
Making them think about money and the increase in money. That's all they've talked about. We want new money. We want more money. Well, more money, and a lot more of it's on the table. Right here, I put this up this morning. How long before the WNBA players start chewing their own legs off, trying to get off a sinking ship? You've got a lot of women turning down a lot of money. $2 million by the end of the new CBA is a lot of bread just laying there to be picked up, and that's the whole thing. The money is now officially, because it's been offered.
Now think about what this really means for the average WNBA player. I'm not talking about Caitlin Clark, Aya Wilson, or Sabrina Ionesco. I mean the 6th to 11th player on the roster. The ones without big shoe deals or national endorsements. The ones living in tiny $2,500 a month apartments, traveling overseas every winter just to make ends meet. Under the new CBA, their lives could change completely. These players could finally buy homes. They could have real financial stability for the first time in their careers. They could skip those grueling trips to Turkey, Russia, or Australia every off-season, and actually let their bodies rest. This isn't just money, it's a whole new way of life. The gap between the current deal and the new offer is huge. It's the difference between renting and owning, between living paycheck to paycheck and real financial security. And yet, the union is telling players to say no, to keep pushing, to wait for something better. But here's the question nobody in the union wants to answer. Better than what? Better than a 600% raise? Better than money that could change their lives? At what point does this stop being about fair pay and start being about something else entirely?
And let's be real. What if the league was like, well, we're going forward with replacements and our rookies, which I don't know if that can happen. I know they're currently under contracts. But let's face it, a lot of people have brought this up. Just get replacement players. Think about all the rookies, and they're all star. Like, much of the stardom in this league, almost all of it, is people on rookie contracts. Think about that a minute. I mean, Rickea Jackson, Sonia Centra, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Aaliyah Boston. A ton of players.
Now let's talk about the nuclear option, the one the union prays you never consider. Imagine this. The league just decides to move forward without the stars. No big names, no veteran contracts, just rookies and fresh faces. Think about it. Who's driving WNBA viewership right now? Caitlin Clark? Rookie contract. Angel Reese? Rookie contract. Rickea Jackson? Rookie contract. Cameron Brink, before her injury, rookie contract too. The meteoric rise in ratings, sold-out arenas, and non-stop media buzz this past season? Almost entirely fueled by first- and second-year players. The league could literally field entire rosters of rookies and recent draft picks. Sprinkle in a few overseas stars or G League call-ups as replacements, and honestly, the ratings wouldn't even flinch. Caitlin Clark going head-to-head with Paige Becker next season? Still happening. Clark versus Camila Cardosa? Rookie deals all around. The truth is, the matchups that casual fans actually care about don't even require a single veteran pulling in over $200,000. The future of the league, the excitement, the headlines, the buzz, is already in the hands of the young guns.
Not going to look much different at all. I'd be willing to bet they would look no different.
Here's what makes this whole situation so razor-thin for the union. The veteran players, the ones who've been grinding in the league for 8, 10, even 12 years, they're the ones pushing hardest for this work stoppage. They feel overlooked, underpaid, like their time and talent haven't been fully recognized. And honestly, they're not wrong. But here's the twist. They're also not why anyone's watching anymore. The league doesn't need Breanna Stewart to pack arenas. They don't need Diana Taurasi to light up the headlines. What fans are tuning in for now are the new stars, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Paige Buckers. In just 12 months, the entire power dynamic has flipped. The old guard's influence? Diminished. Their strategy? Stuck in the past. And that's exactly why the league's move to send out those qualifying offers was pure genius. Because suddenly, every player is forced to make a choice. Do I stand with the veterans, fighting for principles I believe in? Or do I sign a contract that could instantly change my life, financially and professionally? The tension is electric, the stakes are real, and every decision now has the weight of a headline.
Wow, this was such a smart move. I mean, the league's not dumb. They know these players are not going to sign those qualifying offers, but it gets the players to thinking about their money. Their money and where they want to go. And I've seen people go, oh, well, there might be a 3-week off season and it'll be exciting. Really? I mean, the way this league's run, you need all the time you can get. Again, how many times have I talked about how Bush League some of these telecasts look? And I'm tuning into some Atlanta Dream game and it's like, am I watching single A rookie baseball with the quality of this broadcast? And just there's all kinds of things this league needs as much time to get together and do professionally as possible. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out.
Now let's zoom out and see the bigger picture. The WNBA owners? They've put a historic offer on the table. We're talking jaw-dropping numbers, 600% salary increases for top players, major boosts for mid-tier players, upgraded travel, state-of-the-art facilities. Basically, a complete overhaul. It's not perfect, but make no mistake, it's monumental. And how has the players' union responded? Not by negotiating the details. Not by finding common ground. Instead, they've doubled down on escalation. They're demanding that social reform initiatives be written directly into the collective bargaining agreement. They're pushing to rehash decades of perceived slights and past injustices. The contrast couldn't be starker. One side offering life-changing, concrete gains. The other side fighting for principles that, while important, don't immediately move the needle for the current generation of players. Or the fans who keep the league alive. They want the owners to apologize for not investing more during years when the league was bleeding tens of millions annually. Sure, those feelings are valid. But here's the hard truth. They're not bargaining positions. You can't negotiate retroactive respect. All the theatrics, the inflatable rats, the protest trucks, the coordinated social media campaigns, they fire up the most devoted fans, the ones already in the player's corner. But to everyone else? It's alienating. Casual viewers watch players turn down life-changing contracts and then ask for more, and they start asking themselves, what is this really about? Here's the cold reality. The owners can wait this out far longer than the players can. The NBA doesn't need the WNBA to be profitable. For nearly 3 decades, they've treated it as a loss leader, a way to grow the brand and show commitment to women's sports. If the season is delayed, or even canceled, they simply write it off as another year of losses and move on. The players, though? Their clock is ticking. They lose a year of their already short careers, a year of salary, a year of momentum, right at the moment when the league is finally in the spotlight. Breanna Stewart telling players not to sign anything? On the surface, it feels like solidarity. But think about it. How easy is it for someone in her position to take that stand? She's sitting on unrivaled wealth. Endorsement deals. Financial security that 90% of WNBA players can only dream of. The 6th player on the bench in Dallas? None of that. So when she sees a qualifying offer that could literally change her life, and then hears the union telling her to refuse it, she can't help but wonder, whose interests are actually being served here? The league knows exactly how this plays out. That's why they sent the offers out now. They're counting on something every human being understands. Individual self-interest will eventually outweigh collective solidarity. The league is betting on one simple truth. When players see real money with their name on it, those abstract principles of the labor dispute start to feel a lot less important than the concrete reality of financial security. And here's the hard truth. They're probably right. Professional sports is a business. Careers are short, earning windows are limited, and for the players without massive endorsement deals, giving up a year of prime earning potential isn't a theoretical loss, it's real. The real question: how long before the first player breaks rank? How long before someone decides that $500,000 in hand is worth more than standing with veterans fighting battles from a different era? Because once that dam breaks, once one player signs, the entire strategy collapses. Every rally, every protest, every show of solidarity, all of it could unravel in an instant. The WNBA and its owners just made a masterstroke. They've taken the debate from abstract principles, respect, fairness, recognition, and put it squarely into numbers. Official contract offers sitting in players' inboxes. Suddenly, the stakes are real, personal, and impossible to ignore. Now the union is asking players to turn down life-changing money for ideals that are increasingly hard to defend. This isn't just negotiation. It's strategy, pressure, and yes, psychological warfare. The real question is, who will be the first to crack? Who will choose security over solidarity? And what will that mean for the future of the league? If you're following this drama as closely as we are, don't just watch from the sidelines. Comment your prediction, share your thoughts, and make sure to subscribe. You won't want to miss what happens next in this high-stakes WNBA showdown.